Hi, welcome back. My name is Kunle Taiwo, and we are still on JOSRAC School Management Solution. Right now, I'll be taking you on the overview of Teachers Portal, what the teachers stand to gain, how to use the portal, and what are the available features that the teacher can make use of. All right, so as we continue, please follow this video. Thank you. All right, so as a teacher, this is what the teacher portals look like. As you can see, it's quite different from what I've shown in the past. It's different from the admin portal. It's different from the teacher and parents portal. And right now we are in the teachers portal, which means the system has been fully prepared for you as a school owner. You don't have to overstress yourself. You don't have to worry yourself much on everything that has to do with your school business. It helps the teacher to manage and do a lot of things, as well as you as an admin. You don't have to worry yourself. Regardless your location, you have access to do everything you want to do with the school and oversee whatever the events and activities going on in the school. Right. So I will be explaining the overview of this teachers portal, what the teachers have access to, and how they can make use of this portal effectively in order to reduce their stress, the workload on them, right? So like I said, the school calendar has been so very important, like I said, and it's still very important, and it will continue to be an important part of educational business, right? So once the admin sets the school calendar, I said it earlier, it goes straight to the parent. The parents are aware of what is happening in the school. It also goes straight to the teacher to see the events and activity going on in the school. So now, once this calendar has been set, this is how it looks like on the teacher's portal. And this part shows when the school resumes. And if you look at it, this 7th on this yellow icon means there is a school event. It's the color indicator right here shows it. The resumption dates is showing in green. Class event shows in blue, whereby the school event shows in yellow, and gray means the school is on break, and also the vacation date means in red, right? So as we can see, the school resume on this green on the 4th of Monday, and on the 7th of the same month, September, here, we have a school event. Also, we have a break here. You can define your break accordingly, according to your need, right? Or according to the government's approval, right? And right here we have message breaking news overview here, just like we have it on the parent portal. You can broadcast message to the teacher. You can carry them along. You want to share whatever information across. You want to send a breaking news about your school or about any event. The teacher gets to see it just like this, right? Then when you scroll down a bit, once the timetable is being set, the system automatically notifies teacher from here and shows under each day of the week. Like for example, on Wednesday, I'm having a math class. It shows the notification and the time here, and it keeps sending reminder on the date and the time, right? And by the left side here, we have this teacher is the class teacher of Nursery 1 class. We have overview of the pupils in that class. Okay, the teacher is actually a class teacher to 2 different classes. It's possible if your school have few teachers, whereby some teacher manage 2 classes. So you can also do that on this portal. So in this case, this teacher is a class teacher to Nursery 1 and also a class teacher to Nursery 3 here. If we click on this profile icon at the top right corner here, if the teacher can actually navigate through the different classes here now. The teacher is a class teacher to these 2 classes. So if the teacher just wants to work with basic 3 or Nursery 1, they have option to click on it to work on it from here, right? But for now, let's continue with the overview, right? So when you scroll down a bit, the system also have you quick attendance here, whereby you don't have to navigate to the attendance feature before you can mark the attendance. You just want to open the portal and mark the attendance and leave. As a teacher, you have options to mark the attendance and submit from here. As we can see, we have AM and PM. All right, so I will explain this further later, right? So next we have holding class. Under this holding class, the system helps you to display all the pupils in your class. all the pupils in your class as a class teacher. The same shows all the pupils in your class, and there are some buttons attached to them whereby you can use a button to rate them by the overall rating, overall performance in class for on a daily basis. You can rate them and pass your comments. This is to also carry parents along to create an awareness about their child performance on a daily basis in school, because we believe with the provision of this portal, we believe teaching does not end in school, it continues as home. So as a parent, you can send across the information about their child performance in class. And if the admin allow the teacher to communicate with the parents, you also have a button to send message to parents from this option, which will enable the communication between you and your ward parents at home. They don't have to come to school. If there is any information you want to pass across, you have option to do that. The system also enables you to send daily communication to the parents for those that have primary school, that have preschool, whereby you send daily communication book and all like that. So we have a system in place whereby you don't have to do all this on paper anymore. Like I said, the system helps you to minimize the cost on stationery. You don't have to start printing all this daily report book and all anymore. Everything is available on this portal. So you can send daily reports to the parents from this portal. Once the teachers submit the daily report, it goes to the admin overview and so approve. Once they approve it, it goes straight to the parents for them to have daily report. That's like communication book and all like that. The parents have access, the teacher have access to do all that from here. Then weekly reports, I've said this in the admin portal. Once you prepare your weekly reports on a weekly basis, depend on when you have the time, you can do it over the weekend, you can do it by the Friday of the week, you can approve it. Once you prepare your weekly reports, you have the ability to submit it to the admin for approval. The school calendar, under this school calendar, you're able to see the complete calendar of your school. This is just a monthly calendar. You will see, like in September, this is the event and activity for the term for September. By the time we move to October, this will change to October, and you'll be able to see the overview of the events that will be taking place in October. But from this calendar right here, you have the access to see the full calendar from the resumption date to the closing date of the term, right? Then this attendance, under this attendance, once you mark the attendance, like I was explaining from here, it's still the same thing, just that here you have full control of the attendance as a teacher. This is just an overview, like quick attendance, you just want to mark and leave. But when you come to this attendance here, you have access to the full detailed attendance. It works just like your manual attendance. The only difference here is this is called smart attendance. The smart attendance helps you to do your calculation. You don't have to manually calculate the total number of male or female in class. You don't have to manually calculate the daily average, weekly average, termly average, monthly average, or sessionally average. You don't have to manually do all this now, because by doing all this, it leads to a lot of errors, the calculation error and a lot of mistake. That's when we have to buy a cleaner and start buying anti-pest and all like that. The system helps you to do your calculation. You don't have to spend extra on buying a cleaner or buying extra sheet of attendance book. Once you mark the attendance from here, the system helps you to do the cumulative attendance. It helps you to do total boys in class, total female in class, weekly average, daily average, termly average. The system helps you to do all this calculation. You don't have to start racking your brain. You don't have to start thinking or calculating anymore. We have a system that helps you to do the calculation without you stressing yourself. All you have to do in the process of marking attendance is to check the box. Once, for example, in the Monday, all the students are present, you check the box. For those that are not in school, that are not present, you uncheck this box like this. For those that came to the school in the morning but leave before the closing hour, you check only the PM. For those that came late to the school after marking attendance, you check the AM like this. Now, immediately you check and submit the attendance, this system automatically sends notification to the parents about their attendance, the same thing as subject attendance, class subject attendance. right? So the next is where you prepare your scheme of work as a teacher. You prepare your scheme of work in order to carry your pupils, your students along, like to inform them of the next class they are about to have. So you can set weekly scheme of work prior to the time. You can set off at the beginning of the term, and the students get it. They have ability to prepare prior to the class. That's the purpose of the weekly scheme of work. The lesson notes. Now, the system, you can use the system to prepare your lesson note, regardless the type of lesson note you use. We have two methods of uploading lesson notes. You can prepare in a Word document, PDF, and WPS, and upload on the portal. At the same time, we have a form, a lesson notes form available on the portal. It's 100% standard to the government approval, whereby you fill the lesson notes, you submit everything, and it goes straight to the admin for review and approval. Also, we have teaching class. Now, on the teaching class, the system gives you the ability to rate children, your student performance based on their individual subjects. What do I mean by this now? For example, you are taking math, physics, chemistry, and so on. Now, when you are in math class, you keep track of the class, and at the end of the class, you can rate each student performance, like to know how well they are doing in the class in a particular subject. And this helps you to also, at the end of the term or at the end of the session, you want to do a prize giving day on a subject, like, for example, best in mathematics, best in physics, best in chemistry. The system help you to use this to keep track of their performance and calculate and give them the average of their performance on a termly, on a weekly, on a monthly basis. It also sends this notification to the parents about how well their child is doing in a particular subject. This also helps the parents to know how well the child is doing in a subject, what subjects you are lacking, what subjects you know more, which one you are lacking idea or, so that the parent can also help at home in order to support and give you more idea on how to get about that subject. That's the purpose of a teaching class. Also, we have online lecture. Now, this is not Zoom, this is not WhatsApp video, this is nothing, but automatically the system, you have online lecture like e-learning. You can do live streaming. Your student can see you. You can see your student. You can do voice. You can send documents. E-learning in the sense that you can, in terms of, let's go back. Let me take you back to the time of a pandemic, whereby all schools were shut down. No school was able to operate. They were the first to close, and they were the last to reopen by the government. So with this now, most of the schools on our platform does not have the feeling, because with our e-learning system in place, they were able to carry out their teaching, their class activities without stopping, even from their comfort zone. So the teacher are able to teach the pupils, the students from their home. The teachers will be home, and the students are in their house. The teacher are able to keep track and teach the students without leaving their comfort zone. And also, in the course of this online lecture, you can also mark attendance with the system, because the system shows you those that are online and those that are not online. Now, the system does not only offer those that are online the ability to be part of the online lecture, as the system also gives you the ability to prepare a document whereby those that are not online can also read through it and be part of the class. And this can also be used to set CBT at the end of the class, right? So next we have CBT, computer-based text. This is where you set your CBT question and answer. The system helps you to like, you use this option to carry your students along to test their capability, the ability in a particular subject, in order to prepare them for professional exams, for advanced exam, for example, like JAMB, WAEC. Everything is being done via the use of CBT these days. So with this now, your students are able to get familiar with the use of CBT. They won't have challenge when it's time for professional exam. So you can actually use this to set class assessments, home assessments, CA test, and exam test. You can use it to set it, and you have access to their results at the end of it. Now, the next we have learner assessment. After the learner must have attempted this question and submit their answers to you, this is where you have the ability to see scores of each learner. You can review their results. You can print it out for reference purpose. Also, we have past question. This is more like your question bank. We have a lot of questions available here, which you can reuse. Whatever you've set as questions after attempting it, you can go back there and reuse it for another class. You can edit and reuse. Now, uploading of results. This gives you the ability to upload your student results individually based on the school admin setting. So you can upload the results from here. After uploading it, you approve it to the admin, then the admin have access to it. Next, we have brushes. After uploading the results, you don't have to worry yourself about calculating the total obtainable, total obtained, the average, and all. This can help you to do all that. And on this broadsheet, you also don't have to start calculating or racking your brain to do all these calculations. The system do the calculation on your behalf. You don't have to worry. All you just have to do is to get to the broadsheet, see the output, you check the calculation, you check the average, and all. Once you confirm that all the student result has been uploaded, then you are good to go. You can submit to the admin for approval. And lastly, at the top here, we have this notification icon. Once you click on it, you see the notification, you see the messages. As you can see, new message inbox from the school admin. So the admin have sent message across to you. We have two here. So either the admin, the parents, or every other stakeholder send message to you. You have the ability to see the message from here and read, then reply to the sender. Also, we have this profile. This profile enable you to customize your dashboard. You can change your profile picture. You can upload your signature. You have access to see your payment slip, the breakdown of your salary. You have access to see the subjects you are offering, this class you are taking care of, the class you are managing, and all. So with this in place, it helps the teacher to reduce a lot of work. You don't have to start. The good part of it is you can be at home and work with this software. You don't need to be in school. You don't need to be in school to keep track of anything. If anything goes on, like uploading of results, vetting the results, checking the broadsheets, and doing a lot of things, you don't have to carry paper around. All you just have to do is to, with your smart internet-enabled device, just log on to your portal, then you have access to all these things. So this has helped to eliminate a lot of stress as a teacher, and it will definitely improve your creativity and productivity without you knowing, because so you have more time to relax. You can lay your hand on anything at any time. You don't have to think of, and I forget a document in school, I forget to do this in school. You can also be with your smart device and do the same thing. That's why we call it smart school on the go. So for now, I will hold on. I will be saying thank you for watching, and in the next video we'll be showing you individual feature and how it works. And in case of any question, you can drop your comments. You can ask your question below, and we'll be happy to answer and resolve with you. And if you have opinion, if there is any other way your school runs that this software have not been able to cover, we are always open to suggestion, idea. Whatever you suggested to us, I'll prove to you that our developers, our programmers, our technical team are always intact, are always ever ready to work on your suggestion, because without you, there is no JOSRAC. So you are welcome to use JOSRAC at all time. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.